Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most reporting live to you and yours. Hope everyone is feeling well and good. Anyway, good news, people. The international break has finally come to an end. I hope everyone is feeling good. I just thought we lock in on a live thing. We do the Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest match preview. Finally, guys, the international break is finally finished. As for me, I don't really enjoy the final break, the international break. Because usually we come back with a lot of injuries, but this time around, they look like the Arsenal team came back, all of them. No one had a scratch. We came full fit. But the international break, I think everyone did very well. I think most of the people who performed in the international break, the Arsenal players, they were firing on all cylinders, bro. But the only problem is this European games, they're very boring, bro. The teams they will be playing, we don't even know the names of the teams these guys will be playing. But I think we lock in, people. We are back again. The Premier League is finally back. It's finally back, and we have a very tough tough month. If you're an Arsenal fan, you know the vibes, people. It's a very tough match. We have all the injuries, but there has some there has been some good news at the end of the day. Anyway, let's just dove in and check in what really happened with this international break. I think everyone was firing on the international break. I think everyone was firing. Everyone was scoring goals, bro. Everyone was banging goals left, right, and center. Who else scored? Let me check who scored. I'm trying to add this guy. Why is he dead? I think Odegaard did the score and an assist. They did very well, everyone. I think everyone, most of the players, they did very well. I don't even want to lie. Why is not adding, man, my pictures, bro? There is an issue. Why is not adding my pictures, bro? Oh, damn. I had to line it up, I had to line up the nice pictures. But anyway, people, it's not adding my pictures. Some issues there with this StreamYard. But anyway, people, I think you saw already this international break. I think everyone was scoring. Odegaard had the score, and Odegaard scored. Noni Madueke, I think he had an assist in the score. And who else scored as well? I think someone else scored, man. Noni Madueke scored. Declan Rice, as usual, you know the thing. Declan Rice put in a classic corner. Those corners, they are butter, they are really on the money. These crosses, the crosses that Declan Rice will be putting, they are always on the money, bro. They are always on the money. Big up X. How you feeling, bro? Big up X. Big up, man. How you feeling? Bro, you know the vibes, bro. You know the vibes, bro. You know the vibes. We're gonna give him a humbling, bro. There is no question about this one. We would definitely give ANGE and humbling. But the international break finished, and I think England had some games they won, but the matches were not very like they were not very, they were poor. They were playing against weak teams, bro. So nothing much was really interesting. But maybe if you watch the Argentina and then the Brazil games, that is where there were some spicy games. And even I saw Piotr Hinka play. Piotr Hinka was very nice, bro. I think it's gonna be solid. He has that Caicedo in him. He has that Caicedo in him. So I think the whole team played very well. The big take from the international break is that all the Arsenal fans, the players, no one was hurt. That is the only main thing we have. That no one was hurt, bro. That is the only thing we are happy about. And Odegaard, his team, they scored 11 goals. Haaland doing a madness. How is he scoring 5 goals, man? This guy is not a human being, bro. He is not a human being. I'm not hearing this thing. He is not a human being. How are you banging 5 goals, bro? How are you banging 5 goals? He is not a human being, bro. I'm not hearing this. Let's see if it's working now. I don't think it's working, bro. He's not a human, bro. He's literally not a human. He banged in 5 goals, Haaland. But anyway, the international break is back, people. We thought we would dwell Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. When Nottingham Forest, when initially I was thinking that Nuno was coming. Anyway, let's just dive into the Nuno Spirito issue. Nuno's Nuno was fired. He was fired. As you noticed from last season, the owner, this Greek Suj Knight, is the Greek Suj Knight, bro. This is expressions is quoting as well. He called him the Greek Suj Knight. For me, he's a Suj Knight, bro, because the way he came from the stairs, and then he attacked Nuno Espirito on the ground, calling me out like, "Why you draw that?" We understand he bottled the top four race for the Champions League, but guys, we are talking about a team that was last year that was in the we are talking about a team that was last year that was in the relegation, bro. They fought relegation just a year ago, and then they were bought, and then they came in, and then they are fighting for top four. So I think since that day that what's his name, Maranakis came down and then attacked him and told him why you bought all the top four. I think that the relationship has been tense. And then come to this season, the owner was interviewed, and then he was talking about, no, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna discuss the issue, then we're gonna do everything. But if you then Nuno had an interview where he's basically calling out his owners, bro. Hey, this is 5 cents X. You don't go on Twitter or on Facebook to call out your boss, bro. Where you're working at the end of the day. I'm not gonna go on social media and call out my boss and tell them he's very good, he's not good, our relationship is not good, blah blah blah. I don't think that was the right move from Nuno. I think Nuno on the back of his mind was like, I'm done with you people. He was like, I'm done. I think he wanted out, basically. I think he wanted out. I don't think him and Edu, the sporting director, they were getting along. I think that is where it really really boiled down to, that they really really wanted him out. But Nuno took this team from nothing to something, and when they are competing, when they're in Europe, now they want to take him out and bring Big Ange, because Big Ange in his second season, he always wins something, bro. Let me tell you about Big Ange, bro. Big Ange lost 22 games last season in the Premier League. He lost 22 games in the Premier League, bro. That is relegation settings. How he survived that, I don't know. And I don't know based on what this Nottingham Forest are hiring, but it's okay, bro. It's okay for us. We like this, but I don't think the players will be happy about this. I don't know what you think, X. I don't think the players will be very, very happy that Nuno is leaving. At the end of the day, they gotta do their job. I'm sure. I'm sure. Um, um, this Big Ange will come with a motivational speech. Big Ange, bro. He always comes with that motivational of it. Okay, mates. Mates. This thing's always happen, mates. We gotta move on, mate. We gotta move on. We got a game to win. You know. Mm. I think that is what is gonna. That is what is really, really going to happen with this. But Ange, we against Arteta, I think they've played about 4 games, and Arteta has won 3 games, and then there's one draw. And Nottingham Forest have never beaten us at home. I don't remember Nottingham Forest ever beating us at home, bro. I think we've played in all my life. I don't remember losing to Nottingham Forest. I can count as much as they want to go, but I don't remember. The only time they beat us, it was an away game. I think in the city of ground when Steve Cooper was still there. I think we lost one game that time. Yeah, I think we lost. I think 1-0 that game. I think 2022, 2023 season, that is when we lost. But I think for Nuno, he wanted out, bro. But you're not calling out what is X say? Big Ange had Van der Van for Highline. Now Morillo and Manovre will be there. That is the scary part. That is the scary part, because Van der Ven, he has pace. And then Morillo and Milonkovic, they do not have the pace, bro. And Big Ange, man, high life to our die. He will not change, bro. So let's see. But I think if he's coming with a high line in Emirates, we will definitely expose him, bro. And I don't think the Arsenal fans will be happy to see Big Ange, because if we see Big Ange, we see Tottenham, and we don't do well with Tottenham. You already know. But Nottingham Forest, I don't expect nothing much but a win from the lads. I don't think there's nothing much to expect from this game. It's a routine win. As much as Nottingham Forest is playing very well, they have won one game, drawn one. I think they won one game. They beat Brentford, and then they beat Brentford. They were beaten by West Ham 3-0 at home. So they will be looking to get back, and then they drew with Crystal Palace. So Big Ange, I don't think you don't have the tools, bro. This highline, I want to see how it's going to work in how it's going to work in Nottingham Forest, bro. I don't. I want to see how it's going to work because the players need to be. They need to be very very fast, like you're saying, X. So it's a tricky one still. I don't even want to lie. It's a tricky one still. Him thinking. Anyway, for him, Big Ange is back. He's got the job, you know. But that relationship between Nuno and the owners from last season, we could see it was going to finish very very badly. I don't think it was going to. I don't think it was going to. I don't think it was going to end well. You could see from last season. X is saying, any thoughts on the Chelsea financial issues? Bro, I saw the financial charges they're talking about. They're talking about Chelsea were paying some extra money and everything. Bro, this team, these guys, they've just taken an L from Man City. Man City, they tried to sue Man City. They could not get anything on Man City. Now they're trying to turn their attention on Chelsea. I don't think these charges will stick, bro. I don't think these charges will stick. Todd Boyle also is a billionaire, bro. He will take them to court. He will fight everything with everything he has, bro. So I don't know what's your take on the charges, but there's some bogus charges, bro. I think they just took an L against Man City. They're trying to divert us and bring Chelsea. But anyway, let's see. Let's see how they. Let's see how what it really comes out of this. But maybe they did something, bro. That you cannot trust this Russian mafia, bro. Maybe he did something. But my only issue is why did they have to? Why do they have to wait to figure this out after 5 6 years, bro? Why are they not finding out these things in the next year or the year after, bro? They need to wait for 6 7 years. You know. Now, if this case is open today, you imagine how long it will take. 74 charges. They still haven't figured the 115 charges for Man City. They're still pending. It's going to take years. So this one for Chelsea, give it also 5 10 years. They'll just keep saying it's pending. It's pending. We check it because Chelsea have the money to fight them to court. They'll definitely go to court. So I think it's just bogus, bro. They're just trying to divert. They've taken an L from Man City. But let's see how let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. But I don't see anything. I really need to go deeper. But I've read the charges, but maybe they will stick. You don't know. Maybe they will stick. Nottingham Forest, I think they have only a few injured. They have Aina, this Nigerian guy. I think he's the only guy that has been injured. They brought in Diego Luis. You know Diego Luis. One time he wanted to sign Diego Luis in Arsenal. If you remember, we were on his case because Diego Luis was a baller. I think one time, I think it was the January transfer or what. I don't remember. Arsenal even wanted to sign Diego Luis, and we sent our boy Zinchenko. Zinchenko is there as well, bro. We don't miss him at all. Hopefully, they can buy him at the end of the season. We hopefully we can buy they can buy him at the end of the season. But for us, bro, we should just say we should beat Ange, bro. We should really really beat Ange, Yeah, because the problem is if we lose this game, the title race is clear, well gone, bro. Isak is already there, Isak, the boy Isak is there, and if the gap keeps growing bigger right now, already, bro, it's gonna be difficult to catch with the firepower that Liverpool have already. It will be really, really difficult to catch. Yeah, Douglas Luiz is there, bro. I think he came on a loan. He came on a loan or something. He's a good player, bro. He's a good player. I think he's a good player. He's a really, really good player. I think we can. But for us, we need 3 points, bro, because we have Man City at home next, and then we have Newcastle away, and then we have West Ham at home, and then we have Fulham away. This West Ham Fulham games, this is the games that Arsenal need to look out for because last season these are the same games we bought for this West Ham, and this small teams, this mid or half teams, This first time Fulham, I'm telling you, bro, they are really going to be a tricky game. But now I think we have so much ammunition. If you're thinking that we have so much firepower from the bench, so the options are there. The only issue is can our coach, use these players to their advantage? Is he going to stop this negative-minded football he's always playing all the time? When you have the ball, when you have a team to take out, you put in negative. I'm waiting to see what he's going to do against Man City. I'm waiting to see what he's going to do the Newcastle game. Man City at home, we should win. Newcastle away, we should win. West Ham at home, we should beat West Ham, bro. Every time West Ham has always beaten us 1-0, and then Fulham away also it's a tricky one still. Last season I think we lost, right? I think we lost. Martinelli had one chance that he missed. So we have some really, really tricky fixtures, But for me, the good thing is we have squad and we have the depth, we have quality on the bench as well. So our substitutions, people like Elze, on a good day, they can come and change the game. Victor Jokeres can come and change the game. Because we cannot start dropping points now, I'm telling you, because but the way that Newcastle's coming, the way that Liverpool is really coming in, bro, it's gonna be very, very difficult. I'm telling you. For me, I think the players will need to look out for in Nottingham Forest. I think Chris Wood has been on fire. I think he scored like 2 goals or something. We will need to look out for Chris Wood, and then Morgan Gibbs White, the guy who wanted to go to Tottenham, and apparently the deal fell out. The deal probably fell out. I think Gibbs White, and they've signed one Swedish guy, Doe. He's a little bit good, bro. And the wings, Callum Hudson-Odoi is going to be on fire. And no one is looking out for Zinchenko, bro. We don't care about Zinchenko. He's not going to play. But I think Chris Wood is going to be the main guy to look out to. Chris Wood is going to be he's definitely going to be the guy to look out to. Chris Wood and Morgan Gibbs White, because Morgan Gibbs White is direct, bro. You attack, you'll be on the front foot. So I think this is the guy that we will need to really, really to push upon. We really, really need to push on him. But I don't see the lads losing this game, to be honest. I don't see the lads losing this game. I think the lads will definitely get a win. If you see what we've gone through and the whole thing that we lost, I'm sure everyone is still frustrated that we lost the game with Liverpool, so they will need to get their league back. What is my predicted lineup? I think for my predicted lineup, I'll go with Raya, Timber, Moscara, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice. Well, I've been thinking of starting Ethan Waneri, bro. I've been thinking, well, why is Ethan locked up, bro? Like Echo, he's not getting any time. He's not getting the space. He's not playing. I think, but I know he will start Odegaard, bro. But I wanted to start Ethan Waneri for once. Change some things, turn it up. Odegaard can come in later, bro, because I wanted Ethan to start because Ethan is direct and Victor Jokeres always benefits because with Ethan is always in the middle. He always benefits. He always puts in ball. If you saw the game that we played at home, the game that we won against Leeds, when he came on, that's when we played even better when he was not there. So I think Ethan need to start on the left. Eze need to be there. Eze, Victor Jokeres, and Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke has been playing very well. I think this goals has been. I hope the goals he has been scoring in the international break. They're gonna move. They're gonna move to. They're gonna move to the Premier League. We want those goals you're scoring for England to move to there, bro, because we really, really need. We really, really need those goals, especially if Saka is not there. Do you stream anywhere else? Do you stream? What do you mean, bro? Do I stream anywhere else? You mean like do I use something to stream or? Yeah, when I'm streaming, I'm not like on YouTube direct. I use StreamYard. So there's another StreamYard thing you use, and then it will connect with the YouTube. So when I go live, I'm coming from. I can see the charts and everything, but I'm not streaming from YouTube. I'm just doing it from. I'm doing it from any other platform. No, bro, I'm on YouTube only. I'm not streaming on other platforms. But I have this YouTube. I have a Instagram account. I drop some shorts and reels there. Facebook, I'm not really really like Facebook. I have Facebook. Facebook, bro. I used to like this, but now but mainly I'm on YouTube only. I'm not doing anything. But that has been my main thing. That if Ethan can start the game, get him some free roll, get him some time to play. I think Ethan, he needs to start the game. My match predictions was like 3-1. I think the goals are gonna come from Victor Jokeres, Ethan Waneri, and Noni Madueke. I already have written down everything. Jokeres needs to score, bro, because in the international break he didn't score. They played very poor. I'm not even gonna lie. But he had one assist. I give him that one. But the next game against Kosovo, they were very very poor. Even him, he was poor. He had one chance where he failed to where he failed to finish the chance. Even this guy came in as well, Isak, but they lost the game 2-0 to Kosovo, bro. I don't know where Kosovo is, bro, but against Kosovo, that was very very that was a poor game. I don't think we're supposed to be losing. They were supposed to be losing to teams like Kosovo. Anyway, on other good news on the injury updates, I think Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, and who's the other guy? Saliba. They are still not back, but good news is Ben White and Christian Noga, they are back in training. They were spotted. I saw some pictures of them interesting in sober light. So that's a good boost. We have two players back from injury. The good thing about now is we can sleep peacefully even with the injury, something we didn't have, something we didn't do. If Saliba was injured right now, the way without Moscara, we'd be scratching our heads the whole international break. We will be scratching our, we'll be mad stress. But the good thing about this season is we have quality on the bench. We have big, big quality. The other thing is, so I saw is Saliba has been offered a new contract, a new 5-year deal contract. Good thing, if Saliba, we need to lock up Saliba ASAP because them vouchers are scared. Them vouchers are scared. They're looking around. You already know Real Madrid is like him. They've been wanting him. They better take Konate. They cannot take. They cannot take. But I feel like in the latter years, Saliba will definitely go. But for now, he needs to stay, win something, bring us a few trophies, and then you can talk about leaving. Maybe when you're 33, 32. It's okay, bro. You go the time when you're old. Now we need Saliba here, but he has been offered a 5-year deal. Contracts are still going on. The negotiations are still going on. You saw already in the interviews he's been talking about. It's all up to God. Of course, man, it's all up to God. But we need you to sign that paper. We need you to sign that paper. I don't think he will fail to sign with the squad. With the team we've built around him. I'm sure he will see that the team is serious. They're in a serious direction. And even Bukayo Saka, they're trying to offer him a new deal as well. For Saliba, I think the deal is going to expire in 2027. So I think we need to secure Saliba ASAP. We really need to secure Saliba ASAP before these vouchers from Real Madrid come lacking. Konate is refusing to sign the deal. They can take Konate, they can take Konate, but the Gunners, the family from the Gunners, I don't want to see you touching them Gunners, bro. But I don't think he will go. I think Saliba will definitely stay. And bro, this is just about it. Anyway, people, this is I just wanted to do a match preview. I don't know what's your thoughts on the game. Can Arsenal win? Because we have some difficult fixtures ahead, bro. It's gonna be a difficult month for Arteta. This is the at the end of the day, we could say we have quality on the bench and all those things, but the thing is, the quality on the bench will never replace people like Saliba or Bukayo Saka, because if you think that Bukayo Saka game, if we had Bukayo Saka in Anfield, it would be a different story. I'm not saying Noni Madueke is not good enough, but I'm saying the quality is different. So the injuries haven't been good enough because the fixes we have, they are must-win games and the big teams. So we will have Manchester City at home. Manchester City have been beaten in back-to-back games. They'll play Man United again. Man United, they always win there. So if Man United get their win, then it will be. But I don't think Manchester United will win against. I don't know what you think, but I don't think Manchester United will win against Man City. Man City will definitely have a point to prove. You saw what Haaland did. This guy is not a human being, scoring 5 goals in a game. So I'm sure City at home, they will definitely want to perform this one. Probably a draw. I don't think City will win because Manchester United always turn up in a game. In a game like this, they always turn up in a game like this. Big up Isaac. What is Isaac saying? Isaac is saying Nuno was never sacked because of the performances. He was sacked because of field issues, namely his conduct with Edu, which quickly became very heated and unrepairable. No, you're damn right, bro. You were very, very right on that one. I think the issue was not about the performances. It was definitely about what happened off field, the off field issues, the off field issues. And the other thing, you know what? As much as we want to talk about it, bro, Isaac, bro, make sure you smash a like, hit that notification bell. Thank you for locking in the chat, bro. The For me, I was really afraid when I thought when I was thinking Nuno was coming, because Nuno, he has been playing very well. But if Big Ange is coming, bro, I wanna know if you have the defenders, bro, because Big Ange, high line till I die, the thing. But for Nuno, it was the off field issues, and you cannot blame him, bro. This owner literally came from the stands, as fat as he is, to come down and call him out in the field. We have never seen this one. We have never seen this type of thing where an owner comes and calls out a coach in the field, bro. I know Nuno at the end he bottled it. I understand, bro. But you guys were fighting relegation about the previous season before. Now you're in the Europe race. Now you're in Europe, you want to kick him out. I don't think that was a good thing. But I don't know if he is not getting along with the bosses. At the end of the day, you cannot call out your bosses, bro. It's not happening. Where I work or where you work, Isaac, there is no way you can go out and then we can go and tell our bosses online. I can go on my social media account and tell, my boss Isaac, I don't like him, blah blah blah. They will definitely kick you out. But I think Nuno was fed up with everything. Maybe he didn't like the signing as well, because Edu's Edu's gonna come and just tear things apart. I don't like Edu, bro. I don't rate Edu. I don't rate Edu, bro. Edu's disaster, pure disaster, bro. Watch out for that guy. Watch out for that guy. What he did for us now. Yeah, yeah, I think Nuno should replace Porter, bro. You are definitely right. I think Nuno should replace Porter. But the thing is, Porter just won 3-0, So let's see. Maybe Porter could be on his way up, He just he beat you guys 3-0, But Nuno, I think Nuno, what he did with Nottingham Forest, they were supposed to wake things up. But I think he crossed the line, bro, when he went on that press conference calling out his boss, bro. This is a Greek freak, bro. He's not gonna take it. This Greeks, bro. They're like that. And anyway, you need to follow the chain of command at the end of the day. But Big Ange, I don't know what's your thoughts on Big Ange, bro. I want to get your thoughts on Big Ange. I don't know what's your thoughts on Big Ange, Isaac, but Big Ange is disaster, bro. But he changed. If you saw the final for the Europa, the final and the semi-final, he sort of changed his style of play. He was starting to defend, put everyone behind the ball. That is the only 2-3 games until I think the semi-final and the final. That is where he changed, and then he started to defend more. Something we didn't see him doing. That is the only time he changed. Will it come? Will he change? Will he change when he joins your club? It remains to be seen. I need to look to see that one. But Nuno is no handbrakes, bro. All gas, no brakes. That is about it. Isaac said Nuno is a great manager, but he does have a history of falling out with players, owners, board members in the past at Wolves, Spurs, and our. Yeah, I think you're right, bro. Because at Spurs also, I didn't understand what happened in Spurs. They just kicked him out. I didn't understand how they kicked him out on that. I think you're right on that one, because the Spurs thing, I didn't understand why they kicked him out. They of course he was doing right. He was not doing bad. At Wolves, that's where he was balling, bro. But that's just the thing. I think these players, they will have this thing that if they get what they don't like, probably they'll take you out. Conte star, even Conte, he did the same thing, bro. He started calling up the owners. Tottenham will never win anything, blah blah blah. Because this is the thing. I think this old school coaches, they're like that. They have their principles, and if they don't like it, they definitely gonna call you out. X is saying he changed because he knew United can't score goals. That's why. Yeah, yeah. You make a good point. You make a very, very good point, bro. I think that is the main thing. He knew United cannot score, because United was struggling. United that time was struggling. United were very good only in defending. The defensive part, United were good, but the goals were not there. So I think that's why he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna sit back, then I'm gonna defend." And the funny thing is, no one is expecting United to lose to Tottenham. Of all teams, bro, United losing to Tottenham, shambles, bro, for this team, shambles. But anyway, it's for me. I still enjoy it. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind United losing, bro. I take it each and every day, bro. Isaac said, I'm not sure on Ange at the minute. It depends whether he has learned from Spurs. He calls himself a student of a game, so let's see if he has learned or not. Yeah, bro, he calls himself a student of the game. And then he calls himself, he always wins trophies, you know, in his second season. Today he was talking about he wins even. He also won in his first season. I saw his press conference. He said, I won in my first season. I even had, what do you call? I had, I won double. So, but he should learn, bro. He should learn. He really needs to learn. I'm telling you, if he's going to play like that, with your bosses, they'll kick him out. Because you remember in Tottenham, he had 22 losses in Tottenham. 22 losses. That is relegation. That is clearly relegation, bro. 22 losses. He had 22 losses in the Premier League. So, bro, he needs to make it make sense. But I'm sure he will change. I'm sure he will learn. Let's see the game. Let's see the game. Once the game is out, then we will really see what Big Ange is all about. But I like Big Ange, bro. I enjoy his press conferences. Yeah, mate. You know, mate. We're just trying to make it happen, mate. No, mate. You're gonna have to deal with it, mate. I'm always gonna be there, you know. Big Ange, but I don't know what's about him, bro. I don't know why. He needs to change his style of play, bro. There is no way you can be playing that high line, bro. For you guys, the problem, you know, X said something. I'll show you. I don't know if Porter is still there. X mentioned something that the players they has, they cannot run, bro. If you Van der Ven, it's okay. Van der Ven can run and come back, you know. But the players he has at the moment, they're not good now, bro. They are not good now. That will be the main thing. That will definitely be the main thing. That can his players run, you know. And I've seen the defenders; they're all tall guys, bro. They will not run, bro. But I think he will definitely change his style of play. But it's difficult. The thing is, coaches they have been playing the same style of play for a long time. They will not be comfortable to change. You know, I don't think you see even with Ruben Amorim, no matter how people have complained, he already mentioned it's his way or the highway, bro, because he knows this is how he plays the team. Anytime he will change to something he does not know, I don't think they'll feel comfortable changing anything. That is the thing, you know. For us now as well, you can see the story is also the same, bro. We cannot keep letting people like Odegaard, Martinelli, Noni Madueke, all our strikers go back and defend, bro. That cannot keep happening, bro. That is why you see these players are getting injured now. They need to double up every time. They need to come back and defend. They need to come back and at least leave 2, 3 people upstairs, bro. You know, Odegaard has no business coming down to the defenders to pick up the ball when Zubimendi is there as well. There is clearly no need for that. That is my only thing. Our attackers cannot keep defending the ball. You know, I understand if it's a if you get a red card or something, you want to defend, but in a normal game, the Tottenham, the Liverpool game where everyone was still defending, everyone was defending. Martinelli was clearly a defender in that game. He was not attacking because he added nothing to the game. People are calling now Martinelli, but what do you know? Martinelli even started for Brazil. He started for Brazil, bro, in a different system, but he started. He had a few cuttings and dribbles, a few cuttings and dribbles. He didn't score, but he was a bit like he even a bit lovely. I used to rate the youth, but I'm done with Martinelli, bro. I'm clearly done. I don't think at the moment we have any more business with him. You know, we don't have any business with him. With Ethan Waneri, I mean, Martinelli, bro, better we sell him, bro. I'll be fine if Martinelli is sold at the moment. Put him on the bench. He can play the Carling Cup, Martinelli. He can play the FA Cup. We have a lot of games coming up. He can play those games. I don't think he can be a starter anymore. I think he has lost the right. We know he had his one good season where he banged 15 goals. Every player does that, bro. I saw one guy saying even Calvert Lewis, he had one time he banged 15 assists. These players will have their moments, bro. But for now, I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done. Well, our defense will need to be solid because you saw already what is happening with Chris Wood. Chris Wood is playing very well. He has already banged 2 goals. We will need to make sure we will defend very well. But I'm happy with the Muscara. Muscara has been doing the job. I don't even miss Saliba. I'm calm. I'm confident about him. Piero Hincap, the left back. I saw him in the Ecuador game versus Argentina. They even fought with this guy from Liverpool, McAllister. I forgot his name, bro. They even fought. He has a Caicedo spirit in him. He's more like a Caicedo, but in the left back. So I think people need to buckle up as well because he had so many good clearance. Isaac said, I don't think Ange will play an extreme high line with our centre backs. Think he will definitely adapt the taxes and play to the players available. That is the thing, bro. That is the thing. That is the thing. But you know what he has mentioned? He has mentioned already in his press conference that he does not change, bro. This is his way. It's his way or the highway. That is the only thing that's worries me with him because he already mentioned that this is his style of play. He's not going to change. He like his players to attack to score more goals. So him scoring more goals means him putting them high line, putting more pressure, putting everyone. But for your players, I think he will. it's just it's just who we are, man. See, this is the perfect answer how you answer you. Isaac, it's just who we are, man. It's just who we are, man. I don't think he will change, bro. I have doubts. I have doubts. We will need to see. I don't think he will change, bro. He will probably tell, but I think he will change because if he does not change, you getting opened up, bro. You getting opened up. It's just who we are, mate. Yeah, mate. Mm. You have to deal with me. I'm gonna be here, bro. You have to deal with me because I'm gonna be here, mate. Yeah. So Big Ange is old school, bro. This old school coaches, I don't think they are not like Mikel Arteta who's gonna listen. He's just gonna tell you, I've been in this game long enough. I'm 60 year old. You think I'm just gonna listen to what people are saying online? It's not happening. But let's see. But he needs to change. In all honesty, he needs to change, bro. He really, really needs to change. But Isaac, I want to know why. I want to know why you are Nottingham Forest guy. So I think you give us an insight, because me and X, we would definitely not have much insight in Nottingham Forest as much as you do. But I want to know why your team picked on Ange, bro. Is it because of the Europa? I think it's because of the Europa, bro. They didn't look at his performances. They just looked at the Europa trophy and they were like, "We need trophies. We're gonna bring him in. We're gonna." I think they looked at the trophies, bro. You know, the trophy is just covering the cracks. But if you remove the trophy, Big Guns is gonna give you a hell of a problem, bro. This is just my worry. This is just my worry. Big Guns is gonna give you a hell of a problem. I think he'll maintain his philosophy, but he'll go about it slightly different. He will need to go slightly different, bro, because with the defenders you have, they cannot go all the way up. They cannot go all the way up because you imagine if they go all the way up, and Salah is running, and then Iketika is there, and then Isak is there. They cannot recover, bro. But let's see. But for me, what I've seen is he has gone a bit pragmatic in that Europa final where he has defended, where he is like, I'm going to defend, I'm going to hold back, I'm going to put everyone behind the ball. Probably that was him learning some things. We don't know. I think maybe there was. So I think he will definitely change because he knows us now will have all the ball position. We will try to dominate the play, right? So what is his best move? Because Arsenal would definitely want to. They'll have 80% of the possession. They will definitely detect the pace of the game. So what he has to do, you know, the high line will definitely not work. You'll probably put everyone behind the ball and trying to catch on the break. Because Chris Wood is always there, Morgan Gibbs is there, Callum Hodgson is there. You have pace up top. So I think he'll probably do that. I don't see him. I don't see him doing that high line. As I said, Morillo can play with the highlight definitely, but Minokovic isn't keeper. Yeah, I think more, but Morillo, He's a big guy, bro. You think he can run? I feel like he's a big guy, man. I don't think he can run, bro. I feel like he's a very, very big. Both of them are big guys, man. They are very, very huge. Mola, you see his chest and everything. You could see. I don't think they can run, bro. But Morilla will be better. But Milokovic, nah, bro. But the thing, I like these two defenders. If that in the high line it will not work, but they are very, very good defenders. If you're gonna put, if you're not put, if he's not playing the high line, just putting five people behind the ball, they will definitely play very well because they are both good defenders. Melakovic is very good also in the air. He's putting in some goals as well. Yeah, the problem is I even have, I think I have Melakovic in my fantasy, bro. I had him, but now I might just sell him, bro, because Big Ange coming. Big Ange will just give me a straight, bro. I'm not worried on Big Ange, bro. Yeah, Moreno is it, but he's a good recovery place. Okay, I think that's it. Mm. Then then you can put him, bro. But you need someone who is very fast, bro. You saw what Van de Ven would do. Van de Ven was very, very fast, bro. Because I don't think people like Murillo will go toe to toe with the speed of people like. You think he can go toe to toe with Musala or Ekitike? I don't think so. I don't think Murillo can go toe to toe with them, bro. But your defense is very good, bro. But Ange cannot play high line there. He cannot play the high line, bro. If he play high line, he's done. Yeah, I think he'll need to choose the games where he can play. You're removing. You have sales, bro. I'm removing, man. I'm removing, bro, because I need to see. I really, really need to see how my fantasy is going because since it started, I still don't have like a complete team where I'm really like I've made my mind like this is the this is the player I want. I have not made my mind. I really need to see the players that I need because players now slowly, slowly they're getting into the momentum and run and getting. You can definitely see who's in form, who's not in form, which team is picking up pace. So I think probably from then, when I really see, then I can do the World Cup thing, then I can do everything. But for now, these Nottingham Forest defenders, I'm selling them, bro. I'm definitely selling them. Isaac said, "Yeah, you're right. We can't play high line without two first back center back. We need both to be able to play. You need them both to be able to play, but it's just who we are, mate. It's just who we are, mate. High line for life, high line, high life, high line for life, bro. This is the problem with Big Ange, bro. Yeah, mate. I'm here, mate. They knew, right? You know how I play, mate. I cannot change now. He'll tell you some crap, bro. He'll tell you some crap. But if he plays that high line, that owner is coming down from the stands again. He'll come down and then he'll call him out on this first game. Why are you playing that high line, bro? I'm definitely telling you because you saw already. But I think they have some. I saw some comments. People are saying, I think Big Anch and him they are a bit close. They've known each other or something. I think that is why they have they picked them. I think they have a relationship from before. Big Anch and this guy, your owner. I'm also worried about their injuries at Spurs. We saw. This is what I'm telling you, bro. You saw how many injuries were there. Everyone. That time he was playing the team B. He started playing all team B because you cannot run, bro. The players cannot keep running their socks off all the time, bro. They'll pull hamstrings, bro. They'll pull hamstrings. It will definitely happen. They will definitely pull hamstrings. But let's see. We don't want to judge Big Ant so fast. We want to give him the chance. Maybe he has gotten some time to reflect and think. But if he is thinking that Highline is going to save him with the defenders without pace, he's dreaming, bro. He's dreaming. The problem with him is a bit stubborn as well. He is a bit stubborn. Even if when people will call him out, he will not change. But I think he'll probably change something. He will change, bro. He will definitely change. Maybe the center backs will not go that high up. Maybe he'll just keep them in the halfway line. I think something like this. He'll probably keep them in the halfway line, and then everyone will go, and then there's two center backs. They will be just below the. I think he'll need to change something. But he has played 38 games like this, bro. People like this are very, very difficult to change. They are very, very difficult. They will definitely stick to what to stick to their guns. But what's your thoughts, bro? Do you think you can get a win in Emirates? Do you think, Isaac? Do you think your team can get a win? Because I know you have not won in Emirates for a long time, bro. But you don't know, bro. The new manager bounce can come. The Premier League is so unpredictable, bro. And football is a humbler. Maybe we have lost so many games we didn't expect, bro. But I don't know what's your thoughts. Do you think Nottingham Forest can get a win, bro? Do you think? For me, I was giving you some chance when Nuno was there, but now Nuno is not there. I'm more comfortable, bro. I'm more comfortable with Big Ange because for Big Ange, there is no new manager bounce, bro. With Big Ange, he's not getting in a new manager bounce. He's the enemy, bro. He's coming from Tottenham. We will make sure we put him in the dead 6 feet. I don't have any problem with Nottingham Forest, but Big Ange, I have a problem with Big Ange, bro. I have a problem with this guy. He's coming from the scraps down the road. They need to be put in their position. They won one trophy, all of a sudden they think they're on top of the world. It's not happening. Okay. What is Isaac saying? I agree about the injuries potentially causing issues, but Van de Ven, for example, already had big hamstring problems before signing. Yeah, he had big hamstring problems before signing, but bro, if you have problems already, and then you are running like that, and you're running like that the whole ground, it will definitely make them more. And it's not only Van de Ven who got injured. You remember, everyone was injured. Pedro Porro, this Argentinian, their captain. Most players were injured. Doku, Doggy, everyone was injured, bro. They were all injured, bro. So I don't think it's no. Ange will need to manage these people, bro. He will need to manage, and the problem with Nottingham Forest fans is if they don't get some results, bro, it's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you. If they don't get those results, Ange is in trouble. He will be in trouble, bro, and he will definitely be in trouble. But I really wish him the best. I wish he feels Big Ange in his endeavors. Nothing to take away from you, Isaac, but he's a Tottenham coach, so you know, blood and crips. We do not mix with this lot. X said the whole back line was injured. He still played the high line with the back. You just nailed it, bro. You nailed it. You nailed it, bro. You really nailed it. Because now I'm beginning to remember the whole team, the whole backline was injured. So when he had everyone available, he was not playing this substitute. Now that the whole backline is injured, he started playing this player. And I had expressions, everyone calling me out like, "Why is this guy playing now? This substitutes when everyone was well and fit, he was not playing them. The whole backline was injured, bro. So it's calamities for this guy, bro. It's calamities, bro. It's calamities. Maybe they will have some discussions. Probably they will have some discussions with Edu and everyone. They will tell him, bro, you cannot play your high line, bro. But he'll tell you, no, mate. This is how I play, mate. If you don't like it, mate, then why you brought me here, mate? It's high line to I die, mate. So yeah, that's just about it, mate. I won trophies, mate. I think they just brought him for the trophies. On, I think they really, really brought him for the trophies. I don't think there's nothing to do with Ange's performance. It's clearly about the trophies. They're in Europa, right? They're in Europa or what? I think they're in Europa. They're probably thinking this guy can bring us a Europa trophy. I think this is the mindset this guy is thinking. Because if they looked at Big Ange's performances, they will not bring him on, bro. They will definitely not bring him on. For what? Why they will need to bring him on? Someone with the 22 losses, how you bring him into the Premier League? But let's see. Let's see. I think they have in Nottingham Forest. They have Chris Wood has been banging goals, so he will have a good advantage because He has a solid striker. Last season, I'm sure he had like 20 goals, so that will be a good thing for Ange. He has a solid striker up top. That is a good thing. That is a plus. And Morgan's good. Morgan Gibbs White is good as well. You know, front foot. He knows how to carry the ball well. He's direct. Morgan Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White. So I think him having Morgan Gibbs White and Chris Wood, they will definitely add more firepower. And then the Swedish guy they signed, Doe. Doe, he's been good, bro. I think he scored one goal as well. He scored one goal. So I think the firepower up top is good for him and Callum Hudson-Odoi. The only problem is Elanga left, but I think he will have good firepower up top. That could save him. So maybe in difficult games, people like Chris Wood and everyone, they will come in and then they'll save him. They will definitely give Nottingham Forest the edge, because Chris Wood, he has been different since last season. But the problem is these players, can they keep the same momentum with the different coach? Because if the coach changes, we don't know how the players are going to react. Are they going to keep playing the same way? Because Chris Wood was on fire last season. It differs, right? You saw what Rashford went through when he was with this coach. He was banging. Ten Hag, he was on fire. Ruben Amorim came in. He fell off. What's Isaac saying? I think there's definitely potential for Big Ange to perform well. He's coming with a point to prove, and I think clearly he likes the squad he got available. For you guys, no, for Nottingham Forest, the squad is very good, bro. The squad is creme de la creme. I cannot fault the squad, and the same squad did very well last season. You saw what you did last season, so Ange should be looking at that and thinking he should do the same this season. There is no way this season he can be finishing on 10. It's not happening because this team competed, beat so many teams, played very well last season. He should be able to replicate the same thing and do it again, beat this season because the quality is there up top. But my concern is will Chris Wood keep firing the way he was firing? That is the thing. Will they keep playing the way he wants, the style of play? Will it be feeding him the balls through the channel, those through balls he was getting? So the main thing I think is for you guys, you need to keep supplying Chris Wood, bro. If you keep giving Chris Wood the ball, if he keeps banging those goals, he'll get you out of jail. He will definitely get you out of jail. It's not the same squad. It's much better than last season. We have brought in 13 new players with a lot of 13, bro. I didn't check. How come, man? I didn't check this one. You have 13 players, bro. That is another team on it. That is another team on its own. We can play, but we can play. Sorry, we can play three entirely different front threes. Yeah, okay. But I like this Swedish guy. What's his name? The Swedish guy you signed, Doe, the one with the celebration where he's doing this. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I like him. I like him. And Douglas Luiz, he'll definitely bring some sort of stability into midfield. But I'm trying to think who else you signed, man. I've been sleeping on Nottingham Forest, bro. I need to do my research on that one. But if you have more firepower, then you should win, bro. You should do well this season. The problem probably is because Ange didn't buy these players. They were, for me, you know what? Excuse me. For me, you know what? If these owners were really, really on it, you know what they were supposed to do? They were supposed to fire Nuno at the end of last season, bring in Big Ange right now. Yes, do it. Yeah, yeah. He's not Swedish. Swiss. Yeah, Swiss. I think they were supposed to fire. They were supposed to fire Nuno at the end of last season, then bring in Big Ange, the beginning of the season. Let him make his signings and everything, and then they could bring him on. I think that was what they were supposed to do. Because we already know since last season that this the owner and the coach, the friction on the pitch, calling him out, you could see it was done. It was just a matter of time. I think they were supposed to just fire Nuno last season, end of the season. Tell him you're gone, and then bring Nuno, and then bring in Big Ange. Big Ange to make his own signings. Because now you can clearly tell the signings you signed, I don't like them. He can tell you the same thing. I don't like the signings you signed for me. then what we will say? We cannot say anything. But for him, I don't think big Ange. If you're telling me you have 13 attacking options, he should get the best of them. As the coach, the team, the team is paying you to get the best out of the players. But if you're big, if you for Ange, if you're giving him attacking players, then he will be happy, bro. Because I think attacking players, this is what he clearly lives for, bro. He likes these attacking players. He likes to score more goals. So I think if you're giving him this one, the only issue is probably he will try to try and get some defenders who are quick, who are very very fast on the feet, who can run back when that highliner comes. You definitely need to sign some fast, defenders who have pace. Swedish said a lot of the players we have brought in were to play attacking possession heavy football, which we started under Nuno started, but obviously they can search of what you say. Yeah, bro. That's what I said, bro. In any institute on worldwide on this earth, all the corners of the earth, there is no one calling out the manager, bro. Say what you want to say. I'm not going to my workplace and calling out my manager online. If he sees it, he'll definitely kick me out. There is no one, there is no way you're gonna go out online on your Twitter, tweet out calling out my manager, calling out my boss. It's not happening, bro. They'll definitely kick you out. I think that is the way he messed it up. He was supposed to be to stick to the to stick to deal with the thing internally, because the moment you go calling out your bosses, he's doing the Conte thing, bro. He's doing the Conte thing. Conte did it in Tottenham. He just ran his mouth. He was like, I'm done with you guys. So I don't think Nuno is at fault as well. Nuno is at fault. But I think Nuno got frustrated initially when this guy came on the pitch that day. When he came on the pitch calling me out. But Nuno, you deserve to be kicked out, bro. If I'm the owner, you're not calling me out, bro. You're not calling me out. You're my employee. But Edu is bad. Edu is bad for you guys. Edu, Ed is clearly bad for Nottingham Forest. I don't want you guys believing in that guy, bro. Isaac said, I think the players we have are definitely suited to an ANGE system. Only doubt over the CBs you already mentioned. Yeah. I think the CBs are the main thing. Up top, mid, solid. Up top, mid, solid. But the high line needs people who are fast, bro. The high line for life will be the main thing, bro. The high line would definitely be the main thing for Nuno. That is the thing. That is the thing that is worrying me. That can he bounce back from that one? Definitely, he will sign some centre backs who can run. Guys, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to your boy. Look in the chat. Let's show. Francis is saying Nuno really did well, but did well with them. But unfortunately, he couldn't see out what he started. Yeah, bro, he could not see out, bro, because Francis, you cannot call out your bosses, bro. You cannot call out your boss, bro. I'm the one that's paying your salary. You're gonna go on social media. You're gonna call me out in the press conference. I think he handled it wrong. Both of them, like what Isaac was saying, he was not getting along with them. He was not getting along with what do you call the sporting director Edu, and then comes after he's not getting along with the owner. So they would definitely kick you out. They would definitely kick you out. But Nuno, he did some good work, because I think when he joined, I think Nottingham Forest had like 32 points or something, and then they ended up with like 64, 65 points. So they are the only team to double up their points, bro. He's the only manager to do it. That you come from relegation. Literally, he came from relegation to Europe, bro. From fighting relegation to Europe, bro. I don't think a lot of managers do this. Francis said the mistake he did was calling out Mr. Monica. Yeah, bro, that was the main mistake he did, bro. You're not calling out your boss, bro. Even where you work, Francis, you're not calling out your boss. You're not going on your Twitter page and telling we need to work better, blah blah blah. I don't think it's happening. But I think he knew what he was doing, bro. He knew what he was doing. He clearly did this so they can just kick me out. I think at that time he was like, I don't care. He was like, I'm done with this man. I'm just gonna go on and say what I want. I think he knew it was done already, bro. Edu said, Isaac said, Edu has been brilliant. Edu has been brilliant in the transfer market, though the player with the players he brought in: Douglas Luiz, Delan, Bakla, Kalim, Maktiv, Omari, Igo, Jesus, Doe, Jesun, Zinchenko. He has brought in a lot of good players. He has brought in a lot of players, bro. He has brought in a lot of players, bro. And I need to check, bro. These other players like Bakla. I don't know this Bakla. This Kalimode. I need to check, bro. But Ego, I know him. Do is good. Do is definitely good. Zinchenko is good in the midfield, bro. Get Zinchenko in the midfield if you really want to. If you wanna get the best out of Zinchenko, I think he needs to be playing in the midfield. I don't think he's good. He's good in the left back position. Don't put him there. Bakla said. Buckler has the potential to become one of the best wingers in Europe. I need to check Buckler, bro, because I have not seen what Buckler has done. I really need to check on him and see what he's doing. Uh, Honestly, Ange has I'm just saying Ange with a mid table to top seven place team will do well under less pressure. Yeah, I think that is the other thing, bro. I think you make a good point, Francis. I think for Nottingham Forest, no one is gonna. Yeah, that's the thing I forgot to look at as well. No one is gonna look into Nottingham Forest as well that much, except for Isaac. Isaac will definitely be, he will definitely be calling me out, you know. But I think you are right, bro. I think the pressure is less. The pressure, the headlines are less because it's only Nottingham Forest, bro. We will at the end of we will just notice him in the first 2 3 games, but at the end of the day I don't think anyone is going to think about it and worry what Ange is doing. I think that is the main thing. The pressure is less, so maybe he can really do what he can really flex and do what he really wants. That's a very good point. Luca, how are you, Luca, bro? Bro, we need to do that stream, bro. I don't know when we can do the stream, but we need to do the stream. We really need to do the stream, bro. We've been talking about it for so long that we need to do this stream. Lucas said, yeah, bro, on Saturday we definitely need the win, bro. There is no discussions on Saturday. We need to get the 3 points because we have Man City coming and then we have Arsenal, we have Newcastle away, we have West Ham at home, and then we have Fulham. It's going to be a difficult month for Mikel Arteta. I don't even want to lie. Francis said, I have always wondered why Mikel was reluctant to use Zinchenko in the center mid position until last season. He is better in his natural. That is his natural position, bro. You are right. That is his natural position, bro. If you saw the Ukraine game they played against Ukraine played against France, he was very nice, bro. He those passes. They will be. He is very good. I don't think this whole idea of thinking Zinchenko can defend. Nah, bro. I think we miss that one. Mikel Arteta is one to do this. He likes to play people in different positions. That is him. You know him, right? Moscara, if you saw Moscara came now, he's playing right back sometimes. And then even for Calafiori is not a left back, but he's playing left back. So MLS is not a left back as well, but he's a midfielder, but he's playing in the. So this is the thing with this thing. But Zinchenko, if you saw the game, I think he played, I think, a few games in the midfield, but those games he played in the midfield, he was very good, bro. He was very good. That is the thing. They really need to. But for Mikel Arteta, it's a whole different story, bro. If I start to talk about this guy, I'm just gonna lose it. You know, I'm just gonna lose it because we are still hurt until now, because of even the Anfield, the game that we lost in Anfield, the way we approached the game in Anfield, it was very poor for us. We went negative minded. Arteta set up for a draw when we had so much firepower. When we had Eze, we had Odegaard, we had everyone. He decided to go. He decided I'm just going to sit back and look for a draw. But why would you need a draw in a game where you've been winning? That was the thing. A game where he has clearly been winning. Why does he need to draw? Not to say he's been winning. A game where you go there to get a win, right? But This is the thing with Arteta, bro. He's like that. I don't think Arteta, but Nottingham Forest, you definitely need to win, bro. You definitely need to win. Anyway, guys, thank you for locking in. Francis, Luca, Isaac, X, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'll have my match. My match. I'll definitely have my match reaction of the game tomorrow. I'm out. But thank you for looking in, bro. Francis said Mike is really stubborn when he starts to win trophies. Then he's stubborn with Calamity to go. He's really stubborn when he starts to win trophies and everything. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I think that tomorrow I'm on a live stream as well, guys. Tomorrow I'll be doing a live stream with Riley on his channel. Make sure you log in as well. I'll do a stream with Riley. Make sure you guys log in and we can continue the chat tomorrow. But guys, thank you for logging in. Thank you for the support. Love for the love. We out.